Hello, everyone. This is Kim Quady with KimPlaysWithPaper.com. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Mesa, Arizona, and I love to come live to show you what I've been working on in my craft room. And I know it's the day after Christmas, but I'm excited to get back into my craft room after about 3 or 4 days of not stamping. And what I'm working on is some New Year's cards. Even though I got quite a few of my Christmas cards sent, I still have a few stragglers, and once I started working on the New Year's cards, I couldn't stop working on New Year's cards, so I had a couple I wanted to show you just in case you wanted to do some crafting this week or do some cards of your own. Good morning, Angela. Good morning. I missed a couple of people as they came in. Thanks so much, everyone who's going to be watching and joining me this morning, and anyone who watches the replay. So I won't talk a lot more. I will just pop you down to my workspace and show you what kind of projects I have going today. I hope you all had a nice long holiday weekend. It was busy here. It rained for a few days in Arizona, and then it cleared up. We had some sun, so that was really awesome. So I'm going to be showing you 2 cards this morning. Good morning, Sandy. The first one is this New Year's card. Whoops, that's the one that this is the first one I made, and it uses Stampin' Up's Cheers to the Season stamp set. Hi, Billy. Thanks so much for joining. The one thing to note about Cheers to the Season is that it is retiring, and the good news is it's on sale for $17.50, and that will be available through January 3rd or while supplies last. I've loved using this one because it has a fall, Thanksgiving, now the Cheers. I want to quick show you something. I did use that. Hey, good morning, Dawn. I did use the Cheers as a birthday card. So this, to me, this stamp set has been really, really flexible. And so I've used it as a New Year's card here. The base here is the Gold Celebrations 12 by 12 Designer Series paper. It's kind of a window sheet with all kinds of fun gold dealies on them. The second stamp set I used was the Brightest Glow. This one is in Stampin' Up's annual catalog. Lots of Christmas greetings, but I love that New Year. And there are even some other really great New Year's products, but I'm not using those today. So if I need some more cards, I can certainly get started on those. So I will be making that one. And if you need some dimensions and information, all that is on my blog at KimPlaysWithPaper.com. So this starts with a basic black base that's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. So that's that. We're going to just kind of set that aside because I'm going to put that together a little bit later and show you how I do that. Good morning, Shirley. Thanks for joining. So there's my Gold Celebrations. That's 5 1/4 by 4. Like I said, I'll show you the trick to that. Then I have a very vanilla piece that we'll stamp on. So nice big stamp. I'm actually heat embossed in gold. So, the first thing we need to do is take the embossing buddy. Good morning, Miss Beth. Thanks for joining. Just the embossing buddy gets all the static off of it, and the embossing buddy is available as part of the embossing additions kit. All right, so we have that already, so we won't emboss my fingerprints. Hey, Pamela, thanks for joining. So I've got Versamark ink. That's the kind of the watermark ink. It helps the embossing powder stick. So I will stamp that. I'm gonna need 2 of them. Good morning, Chris. And it's really hard to see. You can't even see it, but I need 2 goblets. So I'll need to do that twice. I don't know why I did the other one upside down because I think I have plenty of room. But all right, and then we just take our sheet that we've stamped on and run it through, put our gold embossing powder on it, kind of shake it off. Actually, that one looks pretty good. I have the little brush here, and I won't need, because I'm going to be cutting that out, but tap, tap, tap to get all the excess off. All right, set that aside so I don't blow it all over the place when I heat emboss. So just hang with me. The heat gun's going to make some noise, but oh, I use my Pampered Chef tongs to hold that so that I don't burn my fingers. Don't you just love seeing that turn? That is so awesome. Thanks for your patience while I heat emboss. That's a pretty solid image, so it does take a little bit extra. You know what? I think, let me try. You can kind of tell when you need a little bit more heat. Hey, good morning, Kathy from Ohio. I hope all is well. So then from there, I took my scissor and I fussy cut. These are not too hard to do. It would be awesome if there was a die, but and I know a lot of you out there love to fussy cut, and I love it. I can do it when there aren't a lot of details. So this one, the goblet's pretty straightforward, but I won't make you watch me cut out the whole thing because I worked ahead and I did a couple of the goblets for us. So kind of let's put the card together here, and then I'll have my goblets. I started thinking about, you see this one, I have the very vanilla that I did the gold embossing. So I went ahead and did one in black. So black cardstock with the gold heat embossing. So you'll have to let me know which one you prefer. Hey, Josie, thanks for joining. So I'm going to show you how I started with this. So for the goblets, in Stampin' Up's catalog, there are these foam adhesive sheets, and they come in a big hunk like this. A big hunk. So, you could put like a ton of glue dots on there, but if we cut some of the adhesive sheets, and that will give us a little bit more of a solid, so we won't have any sagging at all in that goblet when we put it on there. So that one we'll put that there, and then you can cut off a little strip for the and they're double-sided, so you can peel off one, and then you can cut off a little strip for that. And then I really do like that because it gives us just a little bit more solid. It's more firm when you start to put it on the card. So hang tight while I get both of these all ready to go. And I could be a little more judicious in how I save the adhesive but I'm kind of, I don't want you to have to be painfully watching me do all of that, but I'm just kind of trimming it to fit peeling off the back. Hey, Cindy, thank you so much. Yes, Happy New Year. We are making some New Year's cards. You know, sometimes we don't even think to send them, and it's not a card until I joined Stampin' Up that I normally sent. But there's so many fun things, especially gold heat embossing, that gold celebrations paper, just so many. So why not? Why not send somebody a New Year card, especially if you didn't get one in the mail? Or do you start getting cards in the mail? It's like, oh no, I didn't send them a card. So you have to make, and if you're already done with Christmas cards, that ship has sailed, so you can go ahead and try your New Year's cards. All right, so you'll see my thoughts here. Put that goblet here. You know what? First of all, you have to take the backing off of that before it's going to stick to the paper. That is important. All right, make sure that that's sticky there. Kind of stick that off on an angle, and let's take the sticky off of this. And then the nice part then is once we get the goblets on, you'll be able to see behind. Hey, Lori, thanks for joining. Now that's where we'll be able to put our adhesive. And I am going to use some glue dots because I found that my Stampin' Seal doesn't really like these window sheets very much. So I'm just going to put a few glue dots in some appropriate places. And you can see that the adhesive and the goblets are hiding where that adhesive is. So you don't have to worry about that with the window sheets. That's kind of the deal with vellum, and it's like, how do you put that on so nobody can see it? You think you might be able to stick one even on the... So I'm using that Cheers to the Season stamp set. It is available through January 3rd. It's on sale for $17.50. I just love that it's so versatile, and it has your Thanksgiving and your Christmas and New Year's. All right, like I said, here's the first card where I used the Very Vanilla with gold heat embossing, and now I have a basic black with gold heat embossing. Which do you like? Which would you prefer? So I'm gonna go ahead and put the black on. I have some of these adhesive strips that I have that little bit left. So I'm gonna put one on the top and one on the bottom. Try to straddle those. Isn't that pretty? I love to heat emboss. The heat embossing comes in 3. You get gold, silver, and copper. So there's that. But of course, we're not quite finished yet. You like both? Well, thank you. The adhesive-backed sparkled jewels. Man, oh man. I look at all my little partial packages here. I have to decide. I want gold. Black would also work. Let's... I think I'm organized. And then, all right, so gold. Love these. These just sparkle. These are perfect. Oh, you think the vanilla shows through? It does. They're both, like you say, I think they would both work. No one would not like them if they received them in the mail. All right, so here's our adhesive back sparkle gems. Let's pick out our gold. And if you put the black in the right spot, those would work too. I love these. All right, so that is our first card. And then actually, I do have a Very Vanilla piece for the inside. I don't know if you guys see that I'm working on the glass mat. If you're not a demonstrator and you want to be, or you want a discount on your products, you can get this glass mat studio free during celebration beginning January 4th. It's, we've discovered you can write on it with the Stampin' Write markers, and I will be able to wipe that off when I'm finished. So there's the first card. It's always fun to experiment and try different things with that. The next card I want to show you is, I've had this thing about Stampin' Up's Circle Sayings stamp set. Let me show you. This came out in the annual catalog, and I love this little celebrate. So I've made it my personal mission to try to make a card for every holiday. So I've done birthdays and Thanksgiving and Christmas using this celebrate. So I thought, well, why not do it for New Year's? And I just love that. So kind of the same basic gold and black theme. I suppose silver would work too for New Year's. I kind of stuck with the gold, but here is our black cardstock again. What I did for this card is I added a piece of 5 1/4 by 4, the quatrefoil embossing folder. Gave that a little dimension because it the sentiments don't take up the whole space, so it gives that a little bit of that New Year's elegance. I'll put that on the front. Then I've already done some of the heat embossing. You saw how I did that in case you haven't heat embossed before. But what I did was I first I embossed the celebrate first, and then I put the New Year sentiment from the Brightest Glow in the middle after that with gold heat embossing. The Circle Sayings also is a bundle with a 2 3/8 inch circle punch. I think I'm going to need to trim a little off in order to get that punched. Love the punches that you can just see in there. Got that. And then I've already, this is our gold foil with the stylish shapes dies. Gold foil there. Let's put that together. And so I'm so happy because I have the 2 samples to show you, and now I have the 2 samples that I'm making, and I will be able to get those in the mail today because I did get some cards over the weekend that I need to reciprocate, or people that I want to touch base with. So I know that that's where I'm going to want that. So I'm just going to go wild and crazy and put some glue dots there so I can see. Get that stuck down. All right. And then once I get this on, then we can put the rest of the glue dots on there. I did use Stampin' Dimensionals to pop up that piece. I hope everyone had an awesome weekend. Arizona weather was mostly cooperative, so that was good. All right, and that can go on front here. And then again, I can turn that over and see where I need to have my adhesive to best cover up the, also I will be able to, I can put like a glue dot, you know, in this star here so we don't have that kind of flopping around. So that's the nice thing. You can kind of choose where that all is, get it to stick, and then that just goes on the card front. Make sure it's straight like so. Just really super pretty. And then again, I have my adhesive backed sparkle gems. All right. I appreciate everyone watching today. I hope you get some time to get into your craft room after cleaning up everything. I'm also going to work on some thank you notes today, I hope. Kind of get itchy when I haven't stamped in a few days, so I was glad to get on this morning and share. Coming up in the next few weeks will be brand new items from Stampin' Up's brand new mini catalog and the celebration. Celebration is my favorite time. You'll be able to earn free items with qualifying purchases. Okay, there we are. There we have some New Year's cards ready to go in the mail. Using both the Cheers to the Season stamp set and the Brightest Glow stamp set. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. If you have any questions at all, put them in the comments and I will answer them. If you need any of the measurements, give me a shout. But they are on my blog at kimplayswithpaper.com. So I hope you have a great rest of the weekend and New Year's, and I plan to see you the day after New Year's. I'm not usually one to stay up too late. It's always midnight somewhere is my theory. So anyway, everyone, thank you so much for spending part of your morning with me, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.